Hello everyone and welcome to Indoraptor Productions. Now, you've read the title and you're probably asking yourself, Indoraptor, why are we seeing your face right there, your chubby little face? Well, actually, let me just move the camera down a little bit more, there we go. Hi. I wanted to actually use this particular review to maybe try something different, a little bit different with these the reviews, I suppose, because I've been thinking recently if I want to do reviews in this fashion, because I think that's a lot easier, obviously, to do it this way, because then I don't have to set up the camera, and I don't have to get everything set up. I can just have it all down here on the table without having to move anything. Um, yeah. So yeah. So as you've read the title, I am going to be reviewing the Amber Collection Dilophosaurus, as you can see right there. There she is, in all of her beautiful glory. Okay, so just get her off the stand. First, let's go over the packaging. Again, might be a little bit odd doing it like this, but what are you gonna do? So here's the packaging. As you can see, Dilophosaurus, Jurassic Park, Amber Collection up here. For me, it's reversed. I don't know if it will come out like this in the video, but yeah. And then you've got the lovely Amber Jurassic logo up there, Mattel logo right there. Lovely amber cracks. You got the lovely window box, which is nice, which is where the figure would be, but of course I've already taken everything out. But you got a nice amber background behind it as well. On the side you have a Jurassic Park logo, which is awesome to see. I would love to see a lot more of this, Mattel. A lot more of that, but it's in like a just black, and then you got some amber behind it as well. And then for the other side, it just says Amber Collection. Then you got like some embossed like like a raptor claw right there, sickle claw, and then like some sort of skeleton. Might be like an allosaur skeleton or something. I mean, it doesn't really look like it, but you can't really tell. But yeah, that is embossed, and you even got the mosquito in amber right there as well. And then on the back of the box, again, you got Amber Collection, that Amber Jurassic logo, JurassicWorld.com, 8+, that's me. And yeah, so then you got Dilophosaurus, Jurassic Park, and you can read that, so might as well. While the Dilophosaurus may not appear threatening at first, this predator is grossly underestimated by Dennis Nedry. By closely tracking and trailing Nedry, the Dilophosaurus makes a mark in more ways than one. There we go. But yeah, so there you go. And then on the bottom, Universal logo, Amblin logo, right there. I don't think that these figures are going to be. I don't think that these figures are being released in stores. I think that these are online exclusives. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. So might as well. But there's the barcode. Again, it's reversed. Sorry. But yeah. I'm just. Okay. Well, it's too shaky. Sorry. But yeah. So there's the packaging. Now, let's get into accessories. So first off, we have the spit accessory. It's just a scaled up. It's the same exact piece from the Attack Pack Dilophosaurus. Just scooch over there. It is the same piece from the Attack Pack Dilophosaurus. However, it has been scaled up to fit the size of the Amber Collection Dilophosaurus. So yeah, it is the same translucent green, so which kind of sucks. Would have liked it if they had changed it so it was black. You know, like even Nedry's separate head has the black on it, you know. So the green really doesn't make sense, but you know, what are you gonna do? Then he also, or she, don't really know which gender it was. I suppose we don't really know if the Dilophosaurus was breeding or not. But yeah, but it has the closed frill. I will show you how to remove the frills and stuff like that at the end of the video. Well, not at the end of the video, later in the video. And I'll also show you how to insert the venom as well. So yeah, it is a very rubbery piece as well, very soft rubber. It's very real feel like, and it looks very good. But we'll get into that a little bit. You have the amber display base right here. Got a lovely Jurassic logo right there, I guess. And then you have the clear stand right there, which is articulated on the base. Can go forwards and backwards. And then you have the piece up here that plugs into the stomach of the Dilophosaurus, and that can move as well. And I think that you probably can rotate it, but I'm not even going to bother. But yeah, lovely translucent amber color. I know that a lot of people don't really like these stands. I think it looks great with it, honestly. I think that's a really cool idea. You know, but I suppose that most people think that, you know, it looks like the dinosaur standing in its own urine, which... Then, lovely enough, it comes with the East Dock sign. Again, really hope that this is right way around. But it even has the base, which is like lovely mud, and it's textured very nicely. It's just mud, but yeah. And that whenever you get it out of the packaging, they are separate, but you just kind of plug it in there. But yeah, and the sign even spins as well, like it does in the movie, which is awesome. That's a lovely little touch. I think it was like that. I think that it was facing left. Or right, sorry. But yeah, but it is very accurate, which is awesome. Super cool that it came with this, though. It really ties the figure together. And then, of course, there's the actual Dilophosaurus herself. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show you how you, well, let's go ahead and see how you plug in the venom here. So first off, you have to open the mouth. Then there is a hole, as you can see right there, where the venom goes into, and you just kind of plug it right in there, and there you go. Your Dilophosaurus is now spitting venom, which is pretty cool. Now I will show you how you remove either frills. So first, what you want to do is you want to grab the Dilophosaurus head and neck, and then just kind of pull the head off. Then you take the frill that you do not want on it anymore off, and then you take the new frill that you want on. You slide it over the neck, but make sure that the socket is visible. Then you take the head, you just kind of plug it right back in there, and as you can see, whenever you do that, you get that piece and the joint exposed. So what you want to do is you want to slide the neck piece over that bit. So now there you got a closed frill Dilophosaurus. So yeah. So there you go. That's how you remove and that's how you remove or replace the frills. It's pretty simple. I wasn't expecting you to actually pop off the head, because for the Amber Collection Charlie, you just kind of slid it over its head, but you know, I feel like it would be kind of hard to do that with with this figure. I will say one thing that the neck replacement compromises is upper jaw articulation. Might as well get into articulation now. So I'll get into that first. This figure does not have upper jaw articulation. Like the Amber Collection Raptors, you've seen they can move the bottom jaw, which the Dilophosaur can move its bottom jaw, but it can't move its top jaw up, as where the Velociraptors could do that. They can move both independently. The Amber Collection Dilophosaurus can only move its bottom jaw down, which I think it looks fine. It's just that, like, you know, I was you know, it kind of sucks that it compromised. It's fine. And it looks like they even planned to have articulation right there, because it looks like there's a joint right there for articulation, but they might have like super glued it in the factory or something. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I wonder what went down there. I'm assuming that they probably noticed, like, well, you can't really move the upper jaw with the neck, so might as well just kind of glue it down. Hope that nobody notices. But yeah, so as I just stated, the bottom jaw can go about that far down. I wouldn't push it too far, but that's about how far down it goes. Then it can close about that far, so pretty close. You know, I mean, you can get it, but then it just kind of, yeah, just kind of goes back down. And for some reason on this side as well, it's open a lot more, like it's a lot more exposed. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but yeah. So yeah, the head itself is on a ball joint, which is nice, so you can move it all the way around. But with the closed frill piece, you can't really look up that much, because the piece is sculpted in a way that, you know, it can't really stay on there, so it just kind of goes forward, and it doesn't look very good. So you kind of want to have it closed down like that. But yeah, so you can also go side to side. And then the neck, the neck joint is on another ball joint, so you can get it in some really nice poses again, left to right, and you know, really nice up and down as well, which is nice. So you can get it in some really good poses, and you can swivel it as well. That's a given with ball joints, I think. Now, the arms are on a cross joint, I think? No, they're like on a swivel axis, I think, or something like that. Yeah, they can go up about that far and inward about that far, and they can also go full 360 as well. The elbows have the same joints, so they can go up and down, and they can also swivel as well. And then the hands can go backwards and forwards, and of course they can spin, so you can get in that classic Dilophosaurus, you know, like super broken dinosaur anatomy Dilophosaurus. But yeah, you can also get it in the correct anatomy Dilophosaurus. You can have them like that, and it looks really nice, actually, which is cool. But yeah, the legs have that same sort of pivoting with the other Jurassic figures, so like they can go out just a little bit and inward. It's not nearly as apparent as some of their other figures, but you can do it. Let me just go ahead and get it into a more neutral pose real quick. The articulation actually is kind of stiff on this figure at the moment. To be fair, I did just open it like yesterday, I think. So, you know, that's a given, I'm sure. But yeah, and they can also go full 360, of course. Then the knees, of course, they can go forwards and backwards. That's a given, and they can rotate. The ankle joint right here can go forwards and backwards all the way as well. And then they can rotate. And then the foot joint can go backwards, pretty far backwards actually, and forwards as well. And again, rotation. But yeah. Then the tail joint is on a ball joint, so you can do that, and they can full 360 as well. And then the tail itself is actually a really nice real feel rubber again. Just like the frills, they are. It is a very real feel rubber. It feels really nice. And then there is also a bendy wire in there, so you can get into some cool poses, which is kind of cool. I'm not that big a fan of bendy wires, and this one doesn't work particularly well, but you know, you can get into some good poses, I think. So yeah, that's all for articulation. So let's get into sculpt. The sculpt on this figure is amazing. I think that sculpt-wise, this is the best Dilophosaurus figure ever. Jurassic Park or not, like, this is the best Dilophosaurus figure ever. Besides, like, you know, Chronicle collectible statues and stuff like that. This is the best Dilophosaurus, like, toy ever. I think just in general, not even just for the sculpt, I think just in general, this is, like, the definitive Dilophosaurus toy. But yeah, like, the sculpt is super well defined. You probably can't see it on camera, a little bit, but you can kind of make out, like, you know, they sculpted the rib cage in there. Like, you can't really make it out, but like even the head, like, you can't really see it, but there's, like, the individual sculpting in, like, the scales and stuff is so good, and even, like, down to the frills, like, you can see all of the, like, little, like, ridges and stuff. It is so good. So good. Yeah, like, the sculpting is amazing. And I suppose that this is part of the sculpting as well. There is the Jurassic World logo on the foot as well, like that stamp. That lets you know that this is a official Jurassic Mattel figure, because they put it on the bottom of the foot. It's a nice little reference. So it's kind of like Kenner, you know, where they always have the JP on the side of the leg. But they put it on the bottom of the foot because, you know, that's a better place to put it, honestly. So it's not like it's got this weird branding on the side of it. But it's a nice little homage, I think. And, like, the teeth and the scales and stuff. Like, people complain a lot about the Amber Collection teeth. I think that this Dilophosaurus's teeth look so good. And, like, the tongue and stuff, like, you can see it's got this really nice gloss, and, like, especially the top jaw, like, you can't really tell on camera, but, like, it looks like it's the inside of a dinosaur's mouth. Like, it looks amazing. Oh yeah, just in case you were wondering, might as well put it in the sculpt department. If you were wanting to have the Dilophosaur without either of the frills on, this is what it would look like. You can see it doesn't really work. The ball joint is super exposed. I suppose that if you get it, like, turned like that, it can kind of work, but still, it just looks really off. So yeah, just in case you were wondering that. But yeah. So yeah, actually, I might as well put on the open frill for the paint segment because it really shines in that segment. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. So paint. First off, let me just go ahead and get the close draw out of the way. You can see they did a really nice job. I mean, it's very basic, but you know, to be fair, this is pretty much how it looked in the movie. I will say neither of the frills have this dark green paint going up the back of the neck. Yeah, neither of the frills have that, which, you know, it's just a little nitpick, but I might as well mention it. But you can see they gave it like this nice beige on the actual frill bit, and then they gave it like this really nice light sort of pink color, actually, or sort of like an orange for the front of it. But yeah, very accurate looking to the Dilophosaur. So let's get into the rest of it. Again, like, this is the most accurate Dilophosaurus paint scheme-wise as well. Like, if you just look at it, like, that is the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus. Like, this isn't that statue Dilophosaurus from Lockwood's Manor. Because, yes, it is a statue. I thought it was a taxidermy, but Jack Anthony Ewins cleared that up for me, so, yeah. But it's not that either. It's not the Jurassic World Dilophosaurus. This is the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus. And yeah, it looks super good. You can't really tell, but like the eyes look really nice on mine, which is cool. They're not really off that much. Yeah, they look pretty dang good. The teeth are all painted lovely. I don't see any problems with the teeth, honestly. Yeah, I don't see any problems with it. Actually, the tongue is actually a different shade of pink than the gums, which is awesome. Like, the gums are a lighter pink. You can't really see it on camera, but like, yeah, like even like the membrane bit on the side of the jaw is that same, is like a darker color as well. That looks awesome. But yeah, you can see like on the frill, just like the frill itself, like I don't think that we've gotten anything as accurate as this. Like, this is the Jurassic, like, this is a mini Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus. It looks just like Stan Winston's animatronic, or I would assume it's an animatronic. I wouldn't think that it's a puppet. But yeah, like, they even put in some of these like black dots which are accurate to it and stuff, and like the patterning is so good. On the back, you know, there's nothing really to it. It's just that green that they painted in. And I think that they printed this patterning on there, which would make sense. You know, I don't think that they could really paint this on there, but I think that they printed it, which is fine. But you know, just thought I'd let everyone know. But like, even on the back and stuff, like that green, like, it looks so nice, and you've even got like the white outline as well, which is again accurate. But yeah, and you've even got like the individual striping as well, like it kind of breaks off on the neck. I'm sure that that's accurate and stuff. But like, even down to the fingers and stuff, like they put like this brown on the fingers, and it really really pops out those scales on there. Or it really brings them out, really defines them, I think. And also, painted fingernails as well, which is awesome to see. Would love to see this in the main line, Mattel, but yeah, you get some painted fingernails, and they and painted toenails as well. But they even painted the dual claws as well, the dual claws, which is awesome. Yeah, they painted the dual claws, which is cool. And you've even got like this lovely beige on like the backs of the legs, and like even on like the bottoms of the arms and stuff. And then you've got it all down the neck and the tail and stuff. Like, Oh my god, I would love to see this detailing in the main line. I mean, I don't think that we are, unless it's like a movie figure. There's not going to be a whole lot of detailing on it, which kind of sucks. But to be fair, this is a lot more expensive than than those figures, so it makes sense. But yeah, paint wise, again, just so good. Um, so might as well go into like balancing. This figure, a lot of people say that they don't ever need the stand. For this figure, I would like to make an exception though. You can't get this figure in any like dynamic poses with the open frill. You just can't do it. Or I'm not able to. Like in this neutral stance, like you can't really tell. Like it's even falling over in this stance. Like okay, there. If I can get it there, actually, you can kind of see. Yeah, it's standing on its own. Sorry, I'm in my underwear. It's quarantine. What are you gonna make me do? But yeah, you can see it's standing on its own. But like, it is so much easier to stand it on with the closed frill. It is a lot easier to do that, especially whenever you have like the spit in it as well. Not that it really matters, but yeah, but it does have standing issues with the open frill. But with the closed frill, it's fine. You can do whatever you want with it. But I would highly recommend using the stand whenever you are using the open frill, which I'm sure most people are going to be using that frill since it's the iconic one. But yeah, so get the spit in there, venom, and yeah. So there you go. There it is on its stand. But yeah. So the e-stock sign as well. Again, really ties this figure together. If you just have it on like a shelf or something, like by itself, like it wouldn't look too great, like if it was just it and Nedry, like, well, I think that if you have Nedry, you could tie it together really well, but like if you just wanted to get the Dilophosaurus and you didn't really want to get Nedry, like this is a great piece to sort of tie it into that scene, and it works really well with it, of course. But yeah, those asking as well about why I am not reviewing Nedry with this figure is because I don't actually have him yet. I haven't actually ordered him yet. I'm sure that people are probably kind of mad at me right now. But I haven't ordered Amber Collection Nedry. The reasoning, I do have a reason for it. Of course, I'm going to get it. Like, I have plenty of money to get it. It's just that I wanted to 100% make sure that I didn't miss out on the STCC Nedry, the 3 3/4 inch Nedry, because at the end of the day, I am not going to be collecting only the 6-inch stuff. Like, my main thing is the 3 3/4 inch stuff. Like, I have a whole entire table of just 3 3/4 inch stuff. This is the first 6-inch figure that I've gotten, or 7-inch, or whatever the frick the scale is. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure that I could get that, and of course now Mattel is selling it on the Mattel Creations Instagram, so I had to make an Instagram account. I don't post anything on there, so don't bother following me. But yeah, that's the only reason why I made it, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah. So might as well get a human figure right here. Again, I don't have any 6-inch figures or Nedry, so I can't compare with him. But yeah, so let me just take that off. As you can see, I'll try to make it as close as I can. Like, yeah, like that. Like, I don't even think that this figure is like even big enough to be a 3 3/4 inch like a adult Dilophosaurus. I think that it's still too small, which is kind of interesting. If there's an adult Dilophosaurus in Dominion, Mattel has to make one, but they can't release it. That has to be like, you know, a fall figure. Like it can be electronic as well. Make it that. But yeah. So you could make it a bigger Dilophosaurus, or you could fake it into being a adult. But like even then, I think it's still a little too small to be an 8-foot tall Dilophosaurus in, you know, 3 3/4 inch line. But yeah, go ahead and put him back over here real quick. Okay. So yeah, that's the only comparison I'll do. I think that you can kind of get an idea of. I'm sure that majority of people have at least one human figure, so I think that you can kind of get a good idea of how big this figure is. It's actually a very similar size to the original Kenner Real-Field Dilophosaurus, the spitting one. But yeah. So, yeah, there you go. I reviewed it. So, yeah. Of course, I was thinking about reviewing this, but you know, I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it, and then, you know, I came up with this. Sorry for any background noise. That is my little siblings. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, post notifications, all that other stuff. Let me know what you think of this as a reviewing, type. I don't really know how to put it into words. What do you think of me reviewing figures like this? Do you want to see more of this stuff? Or do you want me to just go back to the way I used to review figures? Let me know down in the comments if you like it or not. Are you going to get this figure? Have you already gotten it? I'm sure most of you have already gotten it by now. Again, just saying, I am going to get Amber Collection Nedry, and I probably will review him. But I just wanted to make sure that I could get SDCC Nedry. But after I get that, Amber Collection Nedry is coming. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, post notifications, all that other stuff. See you guys next time. Bye.